Cha cha cha.
Cha cha cha.
I paused my game to be here. I need to get one of those shirts.
All right, here we go. Three, two, one.
Just drop that ass, bitch. It's open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head. Jacob looking in bed. It's open micers, bitch. Heard what I said. Drop that ass. Open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy. Open micers in the house. Open micers in the house. Open micers is a mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy. Open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right. The mic is now open for our Patreon special episode of Headlinerz. I've been so excited about this. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Jacob Craig. I'm drinking Pepsi Max, not a sponsor. I'm also excited for Headlinerz, Jason, because we haven't talked to our guest in a long time on this podcast, or at least I haven't. And he's never done a Headlinerz with us because no one has. But what guest would be more perfect for Headlinerz than the one and only the one and only man who holds the record for the most appearances on Open Micers and just keeps building on it. Wally Phelps, how you doing, buddy?
Doing very well, thank you. I have paused Spider-Man 2 to be here.
As have I, Wally.
And I look forward to not having to do this.
You and me both.
Wally, obviously we haven't gotten your thoughts on our new theme song. What do you think about our new theme song to the show?
Well, I have to say that you kind of put the composer behind the eight ball a little bit because you can't hear the music over here. So it's like an a cappella guy just yelling about popping pussy.
See, I don't understand. Like, it's all one track. Why is it not playing the actual music through Zoom, but you can hear the vocals? That makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't make it better.
I mean, it's I already thought it was a little like a weird way to introduce this show specifically, but it without the music, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like a bad Pitch Perfect sequel.
Oh yeah.
I'm not totally into it
I've
the
never
way that you have presented it to me.
I don't ever get to experience it a cappella. I have to hear it with the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, well, so
You're
it
the
sounds
one
like
separating it.
yeah, Jason, fuck you, dude. Yeah, Jason, you're the worst. Let's gang up on him, Wally, like we always do.
My thing is that I like to bust his chops about his aversion to technology. Not really aversion, but like he's become our parents.
Hey, speaking of that, how many times have me and you done podcasts together, commentary tracks for Nerd Cave Retro, with the same Zoom link, yet every single time I have to resend you the same Zoom link? How come I may suck
not on
at
Nerd
the
Cave,
internet.
not on Nerd Cave. This time you did. I hadn't been on this show in over a year.
But it's the same Zoom link. It's like there's no different.
Have two different. See, I thought you were an appropriate businessman. I thought you were doing two different links.
Wally, that was your first mistake, was thinking that there's anything professional about any of what we're doing.
I see. Okay.
I was making
heard our theme song, Wally. We're not professionals.
I was making fun of you to Jacob before you came on. I said, he makes fun of me for not being able to Google it. At least I know how to use a Gmail search bar.
I did, and the thing is like I the way I looked for it was Open Micers, and I never had like a link in an Open Micers email.
You had
to
do a Zoom. Just type
that's
Zoom.
Weird. Well, if I type in Zoom, I'll get every Zoom I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of more since the last time I did this show.
Well, aren't you Mr. Fucking Popular?
My alarm's going off saying I need to be on the Open Micers right now.
Oh, nice. A little late, but
My alarm's going off saying I need to wrap this up so I can play Spider-Man 2.
yeah. Well, speaking of wrapping this up, what have you know how this episode goes, Wally? You've heard the Headliners episodes before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's basically morning zoo type riffing on
Yeah,
the.
no, it's not, Wally. It's entirely original and a cool concept that we're doing.
Oh, yes.
It's
I
nothing like
apologize.
anything else that's ever existed before, Wally.
Jacob Craig is a comedy genius.
Yes, not really. But are we ready to go ahead and get started in Headliners 3?
Yeah, we
Yes.
are, man. And anyone who hasn't listened to it before, we rip headlines off of the internet and we react to the headlines. And if it's interesting, then we'll go further. If not, then we won't.
So it is now time for Headliners 3D. This time it's personal. So are we ready to jump in?
Yes.
All right.
You want to do the first one, Jason?
Yeah, here we go. And keep in mind, I have not seen any of these either. These are all from Jacob that he puts in the Google Doc here. This is from bloodyelbow.com. What a fucking name. Child boxing match involving 9-year-olds being promoted in West Virginia. wait. Boone County brawl promote. Boone County. That tells you everything you need to know right there.
Boone County.
Boone County. Brawl promoter salutes bravery of child fighters. They announced it on their Facebook page. 2 youngsters stepping into the ring for the first time ever. This bout will be at a 68-pound max, and both kids are 9 years old, making their boxing debut.
One of them has a learned, storied career.
Mason the Viper Maynard.
The Viper. How do you get a nickname at 9 years old?
I
like
know. Is out of Ashland, Kentucky, and is coached by Charlie Hanshaw. And Landon Pitbull Van Dyke is trained by Coy Witt in Richlands, Virginia. Can these people
sound like disgraced boxers to me?
Can these people have more hillbilly-ish names? I mean, you got Coy, you got Maynard, you got man,
They nicknamed
awesome.
him the Pitbull because his dad cut a piece of his ear off.
So what do you think, Wally? Is this
Maybe they are dogs.
Yeah, maybe they're dogs, dude.
I mean, 9 years old fighting, that sounds like dogs to me.
Yeah,
I don't know. This kid, I'm looking at the pictures now. This kid, Landon Van Dyke, he looks like he could beat me up. Like he's got that killer. He looks like a school bully type. And poor Mason, like this poor kid just has the look of fear in his face. So I think Landon's going to come out on top in this
Glass
this
Joe
exhibition. Yeah, he does. He looks like baby Glass Joe. Oh man.
Dude, what a wonderful time to start with CTE.
Now, I do have a very valid question here. Is there an athletic commission in West Virginia?
Is there an athletic commission involved in this?
I don't think
And
so.
the second question, follow-up question, doesn't involve an STI test.
I don't think so. This is I don't see anything. All I see is Boone County Brawl. Chill Boxing presents. I don't know what
Chill
chill.
Boxing.
It's at you can look it up right now. Facebook.com/Chill Boxing or at Chill Boxing on Instagram and TikTok.
Now, would the fight get called off if one of the kids popped for Adderall?
Oh my God.
Or testosterone.
I mean, there is a
Pitbull's
state
juicing.
athletic commission, so I don't know.
Yeah, the Vipers juicing. That's my call right there.
Dude, the funniest thing, so I pulled this headline because it was making the rounds on Facebook with everyone being like, how horrible is this? And there's literally fights exactly like this here in Biloxi.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got like what do they call it? Like the younger boxing leagues and stuff like that. I mean, you got
but all right, let me rephrase this. They do child MMA in Biloxi, not boxing.
Okay, that's true.
yeah.
So
Now that I think about it,
there are kids getting their arms broken in Biloxi. in an
I
MMA
mean,
fight.
when you put it that way, but we're Mississippi. We have an excuse. What else are
Yeah,
the kids going to do? Meth?
Yeah.
right. It's keeping them out of jail.
Keeping them off the streets.
Keep them out of Van Cleve and out of jail.
They're on the TikToks and stealing Kias.
All right, so let's move on to the next story.
All right, here's one that I think Wally would appreciate a lot, and I just want you to take this headline with a grain of sarcasm here. Zachary Levi, star of Shazam 2, slams the garbage coming out of Hollywood.
I mean, Shazam too.
The star of Shazam 2.
Right.
So
It's like saying, Jacob Craig, maker of whatever his dinner was tonight, slams 5-star chef.
right. I made dirty rice. Tony Satchery's. All right, so his exact comment, it says, I personally feel like the amount of content that comes out of Hollywood that is garbage, they don't care enough to actually make it great for you guys. They don't. Wait, that's his quote? That's not even a cohesive thought. All right, he continues to say, how many times do you watch a trailer and go, oh my God, this looks so cool? Then you go to the movie and it's like, this is what I get? They know that once you've already bought the ticket and you're in the seat, they've got your money. And the only way for us to change any of it is to not go to the garbage. We have to actively not choose the garbage. It'll help. It'll help a lot. And he wonders why Shazam 2 was not a success at the box office.
I know he said that after the fact. But even still, I have so many thoughts about this because he's arguing against all of his peers. All of them.
Also, all of his movies.
And all of his, Tangled was good. He's also in the first 2 Thor movies. But
there's a balance to this. He doesn't have it.
Yeah. Well, the second Thor movie was also bad. But it doesn't make any sense to me to say, if you go to a movie and it's bad, that's your fault, essentially. I don't get his message really, because can you not think of good movies that were released within the last 2-3 years? Because I can, and I went to go see them in the theater because I wasn't buying a ticket to garbage. I went to, yes, they're big movies like the Ninja Turtle movie, and even the smaller ones like Everything Everywhere All at Once that came out last year. He's just butthurt over Shazam 2. That's all there is to it. He's upset.
Wasn't Zachary Levi like a COVID denier too? Wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah,
but that I don't even think what was a big thing with Shazam 2. The reason why I didn't go see Shazam 2 is that it didn't look good. It did not look like a good movie. Yeah. I liked the first one.
Yeah, I liked the first one too. I had no desire to see part 2 though.
It looked
the
like
second
garbage.
one did not look great. Yeah, it looked like garbage.
Meanwhile, he's talking about Top Gun Maverick. Like, don't buy a ticket to it. It sucks.
And everyone that saw it thought it was great. Except for maybe 2 people.
Maverick was awesome. I mean, it was just basically the first movie all over again, but
Right. With beach football instead of beach volleyball.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Third story here. This is from livescience.com. 800-pound alligator is the longest ever caught in Mississippi. The gigantic animal measured 14 feet 3 inches long, beating the previous record for the longest alligator caught by permitted hunters by more than 2 inches.
I'll show you more than 2 inches.
Yeah.
Barely.
People are probably going to wonder, like, there are alligators in Mississippi for people who aren't from here.
Oh yeah, dude. But how many gator balls do you think you can make out of that alligator?
Oh, an obscene amount.
Yeah,
and some
800-pound alligator balls.
That's a lot of boots and belts.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
This is going swimmingly.
Yeah.
Those were two duds, two headline duds back to back.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one.
All right. This one should. All right. This is so ridiculous that this should get a laugh
we
from
got
you
another
guys.
Boosie. Another Boosie news story.
Boosie is a staple of headlines so far. Boosie Badass goes off after Waffle House worker refuses to cook potato wrapper brought from home.
Who,
He
in
brought
their
up
infinite wisdom, is bringing potatoes from home to an
Boosie
establishment that has potatoes.
I know.
Goodness,
That's
bro.
the thing. Like, they have their own potatoes. What, do you not trust the Waffle House potatoes? You have to bring one from home?
Once it breaches that barrier between the front of the house to back of the house, it's over. It's already painted.
Okay.
I mean,
so
it would be like walking in with your entire breakfast, like eggs, bacon, or bread to make toast, and a potato, and be like, cook this for me.
Like, no.
his disconnect from reality is so funny, dude. So he made an Instagram video about this, and so this is a quote from the video. He says, "I'm a Waffle House person, but last week I go into it with the cook at Waffle House. He tried me. Everywhere I go, I leave $100 tip or more. So I asked him. I brought a potato from my house. I say, make me some breakfast potatoes. All I had to do was chop it up and make me some breakfast potatoes. He said he couldn't do it. I say, you can't do what? It's a bet. I won't be back." He said all you had to do was make the breakfast potatoes.
It's hurting me.
Boosie adds, they get paid $2 an hour. I leave $100 tip every time. I brought a potato from my house. He ain't want to make me the breakfast potatoes. I say, I'm done with you. You ungrateful.
I want to get a t-shirt that says, he ain't want to make me breakfast potatoes.
I'm literally crying, dude.
Oh my God, I'm saving that quote. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. I'm putting that on an official Open Micers t-shirt.
Please.
Oh my God.
I wonder if we can put a picture of Boosie on it or if we'll get sued.
Can I put that
Breakfast
quote?
potatoes in the Waffle House font.
Yeah.
He ain't want to make me breakfast potatoes.
This isn't the first time recently that Boosie has tried to go against the company's protocol for his advantage. Back in June, the Louisiana rapper became upset after he was refused entry on a kid's ride at an amusement park in California.
What advantage do you get for bringing your own potato?
This dude is a better comedian than all of us put together.
Why did he have to ride the kid's ride?
What ride was he
You're saying
trying
I
to
have to have a
ride?
child under 9.
I'm looking this up. Boosie Badass gets mad after he stopped from getting on a kid's amusement park ride.
Say which one?
Oh, I'm looking.
Was it the teacups?
Let's see. In the video clip, Boosie appears to have been denied by the ride operator. The person filming Boosie leaving the amusement park ride, visibly upset, asked the dejected rapper what happened. "You can't ride?" he asked while giggling. "Why you can't ride?" He points at the train operator as the person who told him he couldn't get on the ride. The train operator looks back at the racker and gives him the "yes, I said you can't get on this ride" expression on her face. Boosie eventually leaves the ride area in a huff, seemingly angry that he couldn't ride the amusement park attraction. It doesn't say what ride it was, though.
You know, the funny thing here is that all of these things are just slightly against the rule.
Right.
But it's things that aren't like, no stealing, no killing, no nothing like that. They just going to the amusement park and demanding to ride this flat ride
Oh,
that is built for 4-year-olds.
He was just asking, cook me some breakfast potatoes, bro.
I'm gonna bring
Why you
my
ain't
own
want to cook my
potato.
potato?
I'm bringing my own potato to Waffle House from now on, and asking for breakfast potatoes.
Oh my
Oh,
god, dude.
we should present to Boosie with a potato.
We need to get Boosie on the show. Somebody.
Dude, if we can raise $4,000, I can do it. Because that's what he does. That's how Boosie makes money now. Is he goes on podcasts. The podcast pays him $4,000, and then he tells them about like who used to murder people. He's just like a complete open book for $4,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just want to know about potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, all potato questions, but we'd need the $4,000 first.
Oh man. Well,
All potatoes.
That made up for the last two stories.
That was hard to get through, dude. I still have tears in my eyes.
All right, here we go. Next story. All right, from iHeart. What is WWNC? Oh, it's a AM radio station. iHeart.com. 20-year-old dies of fried rice syndrome after eating leftover pasta.
And I did not know
strikes
this.
again.
I didn't know that this was even a thing, dude. How did I make it through my college years?
Says,
That
turns
fried
out
rice intoxication.
leftovers can be very dangerous and even deadly. Sadly, that was the case for a 20-year-old student who passed away after eating 5-day-old pasta. Let's see. On Sunday, he cooked up some spaghetti and put it in a Tupperware container so that days later he could add some sauce and reheat. After 5 days of the pasta sitting on the counter at room temperature, he noted an odd taste but figured it was just due to the new tomato sauce. He went out to play some sports, but after 30 minutes, he had to come home due to nausea, abdominal pain, and a headache. Diarrhea and vomiting followed, so he drank water and tried to sleep it off. The next day, he didn't get out of bed. His parents checked on him, and unfortunately, he died. Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, that's a spicy meatball.
Dude, this is so scary to me because the reason it's called fried rice syndrome is because, like fried rice, you leave the rice out and let it get old before you make it into fried rice. And so people like will get sick from it sometimes. Just regular fried rice.
That's crazy. I was wondering why they called it fried rice syndrome because it doesn't say anything about fried rice in this.
I feel real, this is a tragedy, obviously. But you can't say that spaghetti wasn't to die for.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Okay. I don't think I can top that. So we're going to move on.
All right.
All right. This is from ABC News. And the headline is literally, it's a kayak with a grenade launcher. And it could be game changer in Ukraine.
Is it bad that I want one of these?
Kiev, Ukraine, in a quiet bay of the Dnipro River, a 1-hour drive from Kiev, a group of Ukrainian engineers and special forces soldiers tested what they believe could be a game changer in the Ukrainian counteroffensive, the Polaz M16 combat kayak. What otherwise looks like a familiar watercraft has been redesigned for special military purposes. In the Kherson region, for example, where the front line parallels the wide Dnipro River and the multiple islands in between its banks. To design something like this, you have to build boats for 30 years. That's what I've been doing, says Sergei Ostiashenko, CEO of whatever. All right, this got very boring newsy real quick about grenade launcher kayaks. That's the whole meme.
ABC News. The make grenade launching kayaks boring.
Right.
Is it just me or does combat kayaks sound like an old like arcade game from the 80s?
It does.
I was thinking it was like a new from P.I. Joe. Combat Kyla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I
I
see,
can see
in
that.
this, I like how this guy, the Serhiy Ostashenko, it says to design something like this, you have to build boats for 30 years. That's what I've been doing. Literally, all it is a kayak with a freaking grenade launcher like
That's
bolted
it.
to the front of it. That's like all it is.
It's a new
That
extreme
Japanese
sport.
fellow with a kayak in one hand and a grenade launcher in the other.
Yeah.
Boom! Kayak grenade launcher.
Right. Funny headline, but it was a dud thanks to ABC News.
Yeah. All right, let's go. I've been waiting on this one.
Oh yeah.
From WLOX.com, Cruising the Coast. Thousands attend annual flamethrower contest at Island View. The heat is on Tuesday night at Cruising the Coast. At the Island View Casino in Gulfport, thousands attended the annual flamethrowing competition. Bursts of orange and yellow, blah, 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 blah. When all the flames go up and it looks like a big fireball, said Davis Speed, a Gulfport resident. Well, that's the name you need when you're, doing car shit.
Need for speed.
7 contestants line the square ready to start their engines and see just how tall their flames can grow. So is that what they do? Like, just where the flames come out at?
Yes,
The back
and if
of their
there's
car.
a tie, there's a dick measuring contest.
Look,
They won
pulled
by
this-
2 inches. Call back.
I pulled
That
this.
gator was destined to win.
I pulled this in the middle of us torching Cruising the Coast while it was happening. Right before I did the open rants for it, because everyone is just like, "Oh, why? How is Cruising the Coast so dangerous?" And then you're literally holding a flamethrower contest with thousands of people in attendance in a parking lot.
It's not even a very big parking.
No,
No.
not a big parking lot, not big enough to shoot flamethrowers.
No. I wouldn't want to be a judge for that one.
Yeah, I mean,
I had eyebrows before this event.
Maybe we should ask them to be judges next year, Jacob. I'm sure we'll point them to this episode and the rants episode. Be like, let us be judges.
right?
Give us press badges.
I don't know who they would even get to judge that, dude. I mean, I feel like Guy Fieri should judge it for I don't know, just because it's flames, I guess. But it should be him, right?
Looks like my hair, dog.
Single-handedly keeping Tom Hardy in I mean, never mind. I'm not going to go into that.
All right, what is this
All
next
right.
one?
So this next one is WWE's Randy Orton paid someone $1,000 to level up his Elden Ring character. The Legend Killer worked smarter, not harder, to get ahead in From Software's challenging action RPG. It's no secret that the crossover between video games and professional wrestling is there. Hilarious signs fans bring to events. Trying to get a quote here from Randy Orton.
He says, let's see.
I got it.
Orton
He says, yeah.
Orton disliked you want to read it?
Well, I got a quote from him. I don't know
Okay.
what you were reading.
But he says, yeah, it's fucking hard. I paid a guy $1,000 to give me infinite runes so I could level up to 100 right away. Orton told her, I love the game, though. It's awesome, but no, I couldn't deal with all that bullshit, so I just paid a guy to give me a bunch of runes. I mean, if you love the game, then don't you want to play it? I mean, isn't that the point of playing a game?
Not only this, but Randy Orton's cool points have definitely diminished since the beginning of this conversation.
I mean, this is nothing new. I mean, back in the height of World of Warcraft, people used to pay people to level up characters for them and stuff. But I never understood doing that. Like, why would you want to level up a character? I mean, the whole point of the game is to play the game and enjoy yourself while you're getting to one, whatever the top level is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people just don't like that. Well, I mean, but
Yeah, but you don't know how
That-
your player works. Like if somebody levels you up to 100 and gives you, you level up to 100, like you don't know how your character works. Like you haven't
Or
been
not how to
playing
play
them.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, that seems like a very small amount of money for how much work that actually is.
I know.
How many
1,000.
hours had to be put into that?
People used to pay that much back in the day for World of Warcraft people to be leveled up to level cap.
And I feel like inflation has not kept up.
Yeah. That seems like that should, if I have to play however many hours that is in a game to get the top level, I'm charging at least 10 grand for my time.
Yeah, he probably asked some like 15-year-old wrestling fan.
Yeah.
It just makes me think that he is just not satisfied with the amount of DLC available in most games.
Oh, you know who he had do it? It was he had hold on.
Hollow Creed?
No, I was trying to bring this up. He had Landon the Viper Van Dyke leveled him up.
Exchange for training.
Oh,
Now that's a movie right there. In exchange for training me for my boxing duel, I will level up your character.
I like it.
Why do you have a grown man's voice, 9-year-old?
That kid looks like he would have a grown man's voice.
My nickname's the Viper.
He's like, what was that kid on shit? Remember the Little Rascals? The one kid that had the real deep voice with Froggy or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. WLOX.com again. Massive shopping cart makes appearance at Cruising the Coast block party. Let's see.
Visual representation of my Amazon page.
Let's see. We've been looking for the shopping cart at Cruising the Coast events. We found it at the Biloxi CTC block party. Jay Ruelas of San Antonio, Texas, built it from the wrecked frame of a GMC Suburban. He says, the vehicle was totaled. I told the guy I could repurpose the car, and the guy asked me why. There was a shopping cart nearby, and I told him I could build that. The guy said, no way. And I said, okay, it's a challenge. 2 months later, here it is. It's also street legal with all the bells and whistles. Ruelas told us he's even gone 75 miles an hour on the interstate in this vehicle. That is the most Mississippi fucking thing I've ever, even though they're from Texas, this is some Mississippi shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, the word Texas means crazy.
What does Mississippi mean? I mean, it looks like
I'm not telling you what Florida means.
It looks like the giant shopping cart from Jackass.
Jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is that the shopping cart from Jackass? No, it's not.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to
Cruising the Coast.
Yeah.
He should judge the flamethrower contest.
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is the flamethrower contest. Devo's on the other end of it.
Steve-O's getting set on fire.
It wouldn't be the first time he did it for a stunt.
Steve-O would win the flamethrower contest by lighting his farts on fire.
Ah.
All right, Jacob, what is this next one?
All right, this is probably also going to be boring as hell, but old school RuneScape player goes on an emotional roller coaster after hackers strip his account of items worth 4 billion in gold.
Hell does that even mean? Was that English?
Wait, what do you not understand?
Like 4 what billion in gold?
Oh, 4.8 billion. I
Okay.
can't read and I read it wrong.
Okay.
4.8 billion in gold.
But what does that
What's the
translate
exchange
to
rate?
in
Yes.
in regular dollars?
In people money.
Hopefully they'll tell us. All right, so imagine what it would be like to spend hundreds of dollars and thousands of hours amassing an unparalleled fortune in a game you love, only to have it all taken away. Heartbreaking is a big word, but it will definitely be fighting back tears. Pretty much the exact tragic tale has come to a surprisingly happy conclusion for self-described giant RuneScape fanatic and content creator Darth Microtransaction. After what a great name, by the way. I think that's actually an EA exclusive Star Wars character, Darth Microtransaction. After losing every item he had earned in old school RuneScape to hackers, which, thanks to a Herculean effort and help from followers, was virtually every item in the game, he's now got everything back. As Darth Microtransaction explained in a video, this actually began years ago, grinding to build up a maxed out bank account and acquiring everything he wanted in the game. He decided to do the next logical thing and started gambling in the duel arena and lost it all on 17 bad coin flips in a row. So he didn't stop at 16 bad coin flips in a row.
Okay, here's a little. It says after spending $1,000 plus $500 in Steam currency, and with in-game gold donations from fans of his channels, he amassed a fortune of $4.8 billion in gold and bought everything.
I think Darth Microtransaction is his Christian name.
I think it might be.
That's what they gave him when he went to Ellis Island.
I'm going to read this quote from him as what I think he would sound like. Duel Arena is cancer and has since been cut out of the community. You actually can't do it anymore. So when I realized, hey, my terrible gambling issue of wanting to stake my gold is gone, I'm going to rebuild my RuneScape account. And this time, surely, everything is fine. Even if I wanted to be stupid, I couldn't. I'll have every item in the game. I'll rebuild it, and everything will be back. I'll be back to RuneScape. That's how he looks like he talks.
Yeah.
And long story short, he got everything back because his followers gave him all of the stuff in the game again.
Sounds like, well, shit, I wish I had followers that like that.
Right. That'll just spend thousands of dollars to give you all of this stuff back that you spent thousands of dollars to get.
It's meaningless bullshit that, you know, I have amassed over the years that I once gambled away.
Right.
All right, on to our next story. This is from usatoday.com. Missouri high school teacher put on leave after district officials discover her OnlyFans account. Brianna Coppage, 28, taught at St. Clair High School in Franklin County, about 55 miles southwest of St. Louis. She says, I'm very aware that I'm probably never going to teach again. She said in an interview, I'm sad about that. I do miss my students.
And they miss her.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. She said there is an expectation that teachers should be moral leaders of students, and I do not agree with that. I taught the curriculum, I taught students reading and writing, and I didn't guide them on my thoughts or beliefs. I made a post about this a few weeks ago. Like, maybe maybe teachers wouldn't need OnlyFans accounts if we paid them enough money to not have to have OnlyFans accounts. How about that?
Yeah. It's
now,
shocking to me
of course, she
that
might have wanted an OnlyFans account and still would have had it.
But even still.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
It's fucking America. I mean.
Right.
Wait, first off, who was the official that found it?
That's what I want to know. Who
exactly
found?
Are they
all
still
doing
subscribed?
Yeah.
I would like to know how many months worth.
Right.
Did he buy any of the pay-per-views? I need to know.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that we're still.
Did she buy any of the pay-per-views?
Oh yeah, I'm assuming that it's probably one of the students found it and doxed her out.
Probably.
It's a possibility.
I mean, why are we firing teachers for having OnlyFans accounts for basically just showing some, showing skin?
Pussy, Jason.
Yeah.
They're showing pussy.
Showing your naughty bits. But we're just letting people run up into fucking schools with an automatic weapon and blowing away little kids. We're cool with that.
Right. Maybe an OnlyFans teacher could stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Hey, put your gun down, big man.
I mean, we are so like, have we gone into the upside down? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was being taught by a person who was doing porn, I would be very
I would
happy about that.
I would
I would pay attention in
I'd
class.
pay way fucking more attention if that happened.
Yeah,
Where were these
dude.
teachers when I was a kid, man?
Honestly, they probably were teaching. It's just that it was harder to find one tape in a sea of tapes. The
Right.
internet did not exist, and if they did, it was postage stamp size, so you couldn't tell that was who that was.
Yeah. See, and what makes me the maddest about this article is the fact that in all of these articles, it's like, oh, another teacher gets fired. And then they don't put the link in the article, man.
Yeah.
Give us the link, buddy.
Well,
Give
never
us
mind.
the link, you cowards.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, we need to support this teacher. This poor
Yeah,
out of work
she
teacher.
got fired.
We got to support
So
her.
that's basically what it is. What is your username? I will subscribe immediately. Do you have a free preview site? Send me a link.
And you know everyone at the school subscribed after that.
That's right.
It's like, oh, she doesn't
There's
work here
more
anymore.
subscriptions. More people are subscribed to her OnlyFans than PewDiePie.
Oh, yeah. All right. On to the next one. This is coming from Yahoo Finance, and it is a...
Okay, I just read this fucking headline, and I don't know what the fuck I just read.
It's a wild headline, boys.
I do want to say that the fact that Yahoo, of all people, has a finance page is
I'm gonna
a lot of audacity.
I'm gonna sit back. Oh, no shit. I'm gonna sit back and let Jacob read this, and I want you to untangle this fucking web of madness right here.
Okay.
Wally.
So Elon Musk's newest half sibling is a 4-year-old born to his 77-year-old father and stepdaughter. Resumed giving him $2,000 per month in support.
So, okay, let's start this off word by word.
Okay.
Okay. Elon Musk's newest half sibling is a 4-year-old born. Was he born at 4 years old? Like, was he in the womb for 4 years?
He
emerged as a toddler. Okay.
Speaking
to his 77-year-old father.
Oh, that's old, but it's plausible.
Elon Musk's father?
Yes.
Yes, Elon Musk's father.
And
I do wonder how he was able to give birth to this child. Continue.
Okay, to his 77-year-old father and stepdaughter. To Elon
Wait, what?
Musk's stepdaughter?
Now that's where you lose me. Is it Elon's or his father's
stepdaughter?
I believe it's his father's stepdaughter.
Ah, the old Woody Allen, huh?
And it says resumed giving him $2,000 per month in support. Who's giving
Elon Musk.
who $2,000 a month in support?
Look, we can go through this with a fine-tooth comb real quick, okay?
This Yahoo really is lucky that they're still in business. Continue.
Okay. All right. Elon Musk, the dynamic entrepreneur behind powerhouse companies like Tesla, SpaceX, blah, 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 celebrated the birth of his 11th child, recently posted, having children is saving the world. His dad, Errol, might feel the same way. Musk's early life offers more insight into the intricate family tapestry. Elon is one of 3 siblings born to Errol and Mae Musk. Growing up, he shared many childhood moments with his brother Kimball and sister Tosca. His parents separated and his father was lonely. The decision was not indicative of a warm father-son bond. The relationship was fraught with tension early on. All right, we don't need to know all of this. Come on.
Why do we have this whole ass? See, the thing is that if you're rich, it is a family tapestry that is being woven here. If you were in Alabama, that's just the trailer park.
Yeah, it's not House of the Dragon. It's fucking... All right, in 2022, a big piece of news came out. Elon's dad had a child with Jana Bazudinhout, his former wife's daughter, in 2019. Elon found out about the half-sibling on Father's Day in 2022. Errol, at age 77, expressed his views, saying, "The only thing we are on Earth for is to reproduce." Errol, who already has 7 kids, said, "If I could have another child, I would. I can't see any reason not to." But there's more to the story. In 2017, Jana gave birth to a boy named Elliot Rush. This wasn't widely known until years later. So they're 42 years apart. When Errol and Jana's mother Heidi got married,
That is
Jana
my
was 4
entire
years
ass
old.
age.
Oh my god, dude, they're a whole middle-aged man apart.
Dude, this is insane. I
So
mean,
Heidi and Errol were together for 18 years and had 2 children. And when they got together, Jana was 4. So there's no way this wasn't a grooming from 4 years old.
ugh.
That is so creepy.
All three of us are just silent for a moment, just breathing that in. Like, what is happening?
Did we let
Okay,
this
so-
guy buy Twitter? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Elon has been giving his dad $2,000 per month, but he stopped when he heard the news about the new kid. But after Errol threatened to take his own life, Elon started payments again.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't give me $2,000 a month.
Okay. And that's just how that story ends. That was all of it.
I mean, one, why was that even a story? It doesn't feel like we learned anything other than
I learned
We
a lot,
already-
Wally.
anything of any value. I haven't learned anything of any value other than the fact that you can basically get away with all kinds of shit if you have the means.
Oh, yeah. If you got
Um,
money, then you can definitely groom a kid.
What I've learned so far is that Elon Musk's
Allegedly.
family tree is the shape of a pencil.
There's not so much branches as there are slight deviations.
Right. Dude, it's in the shape of a fucking pie chart. Around and around and around.
All right, here's one for Wally. InsideTheMagic.net. Disney erases iconic character to satisfy sensitive viewers. Disney's animated masterpieces might be the bedrock on which the medium is founded, but not everything is all Mickey Mouse and Bambi. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Where's the meat of the fucking story here?
It's inside the magic. You made a mistake.
Let's see. Disney has reportedly set their sights on remaking Bambi as their next project. Let's see. The grim scene with Bambi's mother is one of the most infamous scenes. Although the scene is pretty well known, blah, 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 blah. Disney is reportedly cutting the central plot point out of the new adaptation.
So they're going to not kill Bambi's mom in the new Bambi?
Yeah.
They'll die of natural causes.
What, is she going to abandon him?
I have deer cancer,
Yes.
Bambi.
I have deer cancer.
I mean, look.
Bambi.
My horns are falling off because of the chemotherapy.
I understand that, that some of that stuff's hard to watch when you're a kid, and it's very emotional, and like that made me cry as a kid, but like it teaches you about death and things like that. Like it I don't know. I think things like that are important.
I don't think this is true. Does it have a source?
Let's see.
It might not be true, Wally. I don't exactly
Because it's
vet these
inside the
headlines.
magic. That's what I'm trying to say. Inside the magic is known for being bullshit.
Who wrote this? Does it say who wrote this?
It'll probably say inside the magic staff.
It says written by Zach Gass.
Oh, I know that guy. Okay.
Is a writer from East Tennessee with a passion for all things under the Disney name.
Oh, really? Does it tell them? Does it say anything about where they got that information? Just that they're taking a stab at it.
Let's see. It does not link any.
Myth
No, he made it
busted.
up. He made it up.
Links to a TikTok by @EthanTrace.
Oh, so he's using TikTok as a credit. We know that's hack.
That's a source.
We know that's hack.
Wow, that is
All right.
the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It reminds me of We Got This Covered. Do you guys
Oh my God, I
know?
hate them so much.
Right.
I don't.
Inside the Magic is the Disney version of that.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
blocked everything. We got this covered. Like I
oh,
don't
me
even see their
too.
stuff
I
anymore.
once accidentally clicked on a link to We Got This Covered because somebody had shared it, and it's like, oh God, I need a shower. Once I realized where I had gone.
Oh my God, this is a story straight out of. Well, we're going back to News 5 WKRG out of Mobile.
Oh
You want to
boy.
read this one, Jacob, or you want me to read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. So, City of Mobile accuses Biloxi police of dropping off homeless people here. Mobile, Alabama. A letter written by Mobile Chief of Staff James Barber claims that the Biloxi Police Department and City of Biloxi have played a role in Mobile's increased homeless population. According to the letter, interviews with some of the homeless people allegedly from Biloxi have suggested that Biloxi and police insinuated that the homeless person is violating one or more criminal statutes. The officer then implies that Biloxi does not have adequate social service programs to assist the homeless, according to the letter. It is then implied that the officer will either take them to jail or they can be taken to Mobile, Alabama, leading the officer to drive the homeless to Mobile and drop them off near a shelter. Barber
Worse than
also
death.
Right. Barber also accuses Biloxi of offering help to the homeless and dropping them off in Mobile. Okay, here's
You have to clean up the streets for cruising the coast.
Yeah, I was.
So I understand.
You stole my joke, damn it! I was just
Well,
gonna say.
they can't go around roasting homeless people with their flamethrowing.
and I know for a fact that they're doing this because the city of Ocean Springs did the same thing for a while, where they would pick up a homeless person in Ocean Springs and then drop them off by the Welcome to Van Cleve sign.
Oh, I know. I did know that was happening. Yeah.
How can we have enough money for cruising the coast, which is great for the coast economy, but we can't afford to have a fucking homeless shelter here to give people some help? Like, why?
No,
why?
God, no.
Why? Just tell me
I mean,
why.
All of Van Cleve is basically a homeless shelter.
Let's get Fofo on the podcast here. We'll ask him, Mayor of Biloxi, old Fofo Gillich, and be like, "Hey,
Fofo."
yeah, his name's. Fofo
I'm trying to get
Gillich.
a Wendy's fo.
Get him. Let's get him on the show. We'll ask him like, why can we have cruising the coast, but we can't have at least one homeless shelter to
We'll
help
ask him,
people
can I
out?
get 6 nuggets instead of fofo?
Fofo?
It's upsetting. I think that we should start like a homeless shelter, the open micers homeless shelter, and that way we can have a place to have an open mic every so
Yeah,
with a guaranteed crowd.
built-in crowd right there.
Right. If you leave, you don't get to eat. Ah, God dang
Dude,
it.
how do you think they
got me.
cleaned up the New York in the 90s and San Francisco became such a mess of homeless people? Because Rudy Giuliani used to gather up all the homeless people and bust them out of New York to San Francisco. That's what happened. Look
That's
it
a
up.
long bus ride, dude.
Yeah, it is. That's what happened.
Why did they stay on the bus?
Yeah, why would you stay on the bus? I would get
Because
off.
they
at
were
some
sending
point.
them to San Francisco where the weather's better and there are people there to help them.
Cost of living is so high.
Yeah, but it wasn't back in the 90s.
They don't have any cost of living, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
comparatively, it still would have.
They don't have to worry
The
about
cost
that.
of living
actually.
is zero.
Right. It's zero everywhere. So.
At this point, it's zero. Yes.
All right, we got 2 more to get through, fellas. Here we go. That's
All right. All you, Jason.
all right. From People Magazine, Martin Scorsese. I don't even want to read this. This makes me feel gross. Martin Scorsese's daughter, Francesca, quizzes director on modern slang. He low-key slayed.
I included this just for you, Jason, because you don't know any slang.
That's for you, Jason.
I am very annoyed by this.
Martin
Guys, he low-key
Scorsese
slayed.
is effortlessly crushing it on TikTok. The legendary filmmaker made another appearance on daughter Francesca Scorsese's TikTok as the 23-year-old quizzed him on modern slang. Martin proved to be pretty savvy, nailing the definitions of tea, ick, through shade, and hits different, but there are a few terms he was asked about that he didn't quite get. When asked about the definition of sneaky link, the director guessed there are personal peccadillos that you may have. What is a peccadillo?
It's 40 slang that he's
Yeah, he's got some like
Yeah.
40s, 30s slang.
Right.
Let's see. Francesca then explained it was more like a booty call, to which he replied, "We never used that term. We never saw specific people in my day." What?
What he's saying is that it was far more casual. You probably wouldn't even know their name. And a sneaky link, if I'm understanding correctly, is just somebody that you wouldn't want other people to know you were fooling around with.
Right. So a sneaky link would be like if you're in a relationship. It's basically just cheating.
I've never heard of sneaky link in my life. I don't know what that means.
It's someone you hook up with on the DL.
Okay.
All 6 of my girlfriends are that.
All right, guys, are we ready to get to the last story of the night?
Here we go. Last one.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad this one's mine. Microsoft Bing AI generates images of Kirby doing 9/11.
Fucking what?
Humans keep blowing past AI generators' guide rails, demonstrating how controllable the technology can be. And it's literally just Kirby doing 9/11, dude.
Holy shit. Dude, these are fucking...
When he sucks up the towers, what powers do he get?
Dude, you should see...
He gets the power to smelt steel beams.
You gotta see these pictures, Wally. They're like... Kirby is in the cockpit of the planes, and they're...
Send me a link.
And he's waving. He's waving, dude.
On Facebook.
Send
And
Wally
he's waving like
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
happiest day of his life.
All right,
send Wally a link while I read this.
yeah, I'm
Jason.
sending you the link right now.
All right, as reported by 404 Media, people have figured out ways to use Bing AI image generator to create images of famous characters like Nintendo's own Kirby, recreating the terrorist attacks that happened on September 11th, 2001. So it's not just Kirby, it's a lot of them. This is happening even though Microsoft's AI image generator has a long list of banned words and phrases, including 9/11, Twin Towers, and terrorism. The problem is that the AI tools and their filters are usually easy to evade or work around. In this case, all you have to do to get Kirby the terrorist is input something like Kirby sitting in the cockpit of a plane flying toward 2 tall skyscrapers in New York City. Then Microsoft's AI tool will, assuming the servers aren't overloaded, create an image of Nintendo's popular character Kirby flying a plane toward what appears to be the Twin Towers or the World Trade Center.
No.
Why would you do
I
this?
accidentally got past their guardrails once. Because you're... Like, I asked it to do a bunch of... Like, on the same day I got the one I accidentally got, I asked it to do a whole bunch of, like, wrestling-adjacent things.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't do it because it said it was too violent, you know? Like Stone Cold Stunner... Stone Cold Steve Austin doing the Stone Cold Stunner to Elmo at WrestleMania 18. Yeah. And it wouldn't do that because it was too violent. But I did get a picture of the Cookie Monster throwing milk in Superman's face during a promo for a WWE event. And it was spectacular, friend. I'll have to send that to you
Please
if I can find
do.
it. But yeah, it's weird the stuff you can't do a lot of times. But you know, Kirby doing 9/11 is kind of a blatant you should not be able to do that. Here we go. I'm going to send this to you. Let's see, share. And I'm going to send this to Jason.
Man, that was a roller coaster, guys.
It really was.
We had some ups, we had some downs, we had high highs, we had low lows, but man, that was a fun journey.
Headliners
I'll
3,
send it
Kirby
to
did 9/11.
Kirby. Did do 9/11. It was
Who
it's in the
knew?
history books.
Who knew?
But
So
so is any of you promoting anything?
I am not. What about you, Jacob?
I'm promoting that Teachers OnlyFans if you want to get at me.
Oh my God, dude, this is insane.
Send it,
It looks
send it
like
to Jacob because I can't find it now.
all right. It looks like Superman's face is exploding.
Okay. Look, if Kirby ate one of the hijackers on 9/11 to get their powers, would he just turn into a giant box cutter?
Yes, that's what I was thinking when you said that.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we're at the end of the episode. So anything we want to throw out there before we leave, Wally? Anything going on we want to talk about before we go?
Dead Game is still out there. We've basically canceled it seems because it's unsustainable. Nobody's listening. And there is my Patreon, which is the I don't know the name of it. Patreon.com/realbigwall. You can go there and you can actually see there's a link there if you pay $3 to go to my work in progress novel. And there's a whole bunch of my D&D games and whatnot. And the only other thing is that I will be appearing at the Welcome to Mobile sign soon. So
Awesome.
I got it. I got it. I got that. I got it.
And I'll be dropping you off over there. So. What about you,
correct,
Jacob?
officer.
What you got going on?
I'm just still trying to get Diet Coke to sponsor me as an athlete. They won't return my emails anymore. Okay. So I have this boxing match coming up. I'm fighting this kid. His nickname's the Viper, and I'm just trying to get some sponsors on my banner before I bring this kid into a new world of pain. And guys, just get into our Patreon, and you can listen to this as soon as it comes out every single month. Headliners is a fucking gas of a good time. I don't know why you're not in it for $1 a month. Just do it.
And all I want is the cook at Waffle House to make my breakfast potatoes because he ain't want to make me breakfast potatoes. But if you want to email us or mail us some breakfast potatoes, you can send it to OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. These shows are supported by our Patreon every month. Patreon.com/OMPodcast. Throw us a little money and we'll keep doing these extra episodes every month. If you want more of them, give us more money. So go over there and do that. And thank you guys, and we will see you next week.
I laugh so hard I have a cramp in my leg.
There's a Krampus.
Oh, that
Dude,
was fun.
That was a fun one. Old Krampus caught some heat on an episode a couple
Oh, I
episodes
know.
ago.
I heard. Oh, I heard. He named names.
No lies detected.
All right, I'm stopping this recording, and this will be up on YouTube some point this week. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.